Media, where we discuss media related topics at ease. And this is the 8th episode of the series Indian Press Law. And in this episode, we will be discussing about the Press Registration of Book Acts. So let's start. Wait, this is not my style. Let's start the introduction in my own style. Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel at Ease No Media, where we discuss media related topics at ease, and you're watching the series Indian Press Law, where we will be discussing about Press Registration of Book Act. Hello and welcome viewers. So today's topic of discussion is Press Registration of Book Act 1867, and the key point of today's discussion are introduction, the purpose of this act, the objectives, and finally we will learn about the salient features of this act. So let's begin. So the Press Registration of Book 1867 is the oldest of the existing press laws, and it was amended a number of times. So from the title only, it's very much clear that the need of Press Registration of Book Act was mandatory and it was a must need, because books, newspapers and periodicals are important historical documents of the country. So it's very important to preserve that and to protect it by the law for its privacy issue, for its own betterment. So moving on with the introduction part, continuing with the introduction part, in any country it is necessary to collect and preserve copies. That's why Press Registration of Book Act was implemented in the year 1867 and amended a number of times. So a citizen of India need no permission or license to write, print, publish, circulate books. So as a citizen of India, we are enjoying the right to print, to publish, to circulate books. We don't need any external permissions for printing or publishing any books. And we also don't need any permission or license to start and run newspapers. So as per the Act, Press Registration of Book Act 1867, we don't need any permission or license to publish or to write any book, or we don't need any permission to start and run any newspaper. But still there is a need to follow some norms, right? Some rules and regulations must be followed for those. Press Registration of Book 1867 was enacted with those purposes. Now what are the purposes? The purposes we will be discussing in the next slide. So keep watching at Ease No Media, where we discuss media related. So moving on to the next part, that is the purpose. So as the slide mentions, the main purpose of Press Registration of Book Act 1867 was to collect and compile all informations relating to printing establishments and publications, right? So it was very important, it was a must need to keep all the publications in a track. That's why the Registration Act, Press Registration of Book Act was established. So to arrange for preservation of every books, newspapers and periodicals. So to keep the track of the books, newspapers and periodicals, this act was a must need. Now printed in India to regulate printing presses, to prevent printing and publications of anonymous literature. Which means this act was enacted to regulate printing presses, to keep track of the writers, to keep track of the publishers, and most important, to prevent printing and publishing of anonymous literature. To keep the track, this act was a must need of that time. Now let's move on to the objectives of this act. And mind it viewers, the objective and purposes are not same. So the main objective was not to prevent publication, mind it, not to prevent publication of books or newspaper periodicals, but to regulate those. The objective of the act was not to prevent stuffs, but to encourage them and regulate them. So this act does not amount to constitute any restrictions to the fundamental rights. As I have said earlier that it is the oldest of the existing Indian press law. So in the year 1867 it was established, and if we trace the history, according to the history, the Indian Copyright Act was implemented in 1957. So at that particular point of time there were no copyright claims. So it was a must need to create this Press Registration of Book Act to prevent piracy, to prevent the copying of work. So it was the need of that time. Now viewers, we will be discussing about the salient features of this act. So talking about the salient features, first we must discuss about section 3 of this act. Every book, paper or newspaper shall print the name of its printer, publisher, addresses of printing places. So we can see that in every books we read, in every textbook, or even in every story books, we can see it's clearly mentioned the printer's name, the publisher's name, and the address of the printing place. So this is according to the law. And the section 4 of the same act suggests that the supervisor of press for printing books, newspapers, periodicals or papers etc. must make a declaration before the district's metropolitan or subdivisional magistrate of that area before publishing any book. So though we don't need any license or any permission, but according to the section 4 of this law, the supervisor of press for printing books, newspaper, periodicals and paper etc. must take a declaration. So declaration is also important, is a must need before publishing any work. My dear viewers, so if you guys are facing any kind of difficulties, please let me know in the comment section below. Now moving on with the topic, section 5. Section 4 and section 5 is more or less same, and section 5 first part mentions that any printer or publisher of every newspaper shall make a subscribed declaration before the concerned district, metropolitan or subdivisional magistrate. Now the second part of section 5 clearly mentions that newspaper shall contain name of the editor in each copy. Just like the book, every newspaper must contain the name of its editor. If the language, ownership or place of printing or publishing is changed, a new declaration shall be necessary. So it's very vital to mention the declaration if anything changes. Now with that we are moving to the last part, that is section 6 to 9 of this act. So every printer deliver copy of the book along with the memorandum containing the title page and all related information to the public library at his cost. That means everything must be given to the public library at the cost of the print publisher. So every publisher must put a single copy to the public library. Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode. If you like this, please keep supporting at Ease No Media, where we discuss media related topics at ease.